What's up, guys? Today is the day we are gonna start the car. It has not run in over 6 months. With lockdown and the car going down early in the fall with the fuel issue, it's been over 6 months since I have started the car, so it'll be quite the cold start. I'm gonna kind of walk you through what I do in the spring when I bring the car out of hibernation, essentially. We're gonna test some E85, start the car, check everything over, get it out on the road tomorrow, hopefully, and log it, make sure that everything is cool with the new fuel system, the injectors, you know, everything that we've done to it over the winter, make sure everything's cool, break in the new bare brakes, just make sure everything is perfect, so when the tracks do open in a couple weeks, we will be able to just get right out there and send it. So we'll get into testing this E85 and we'll get after it. All right, so most of you OGs of the channel know that we had a fuel issue in the fall. We got some bad E85. It clogged up the fuel pumps, the filters, caused some serious issues. So this is the plan for this year. I bought this filter on Amazon. I think it was like 40 bucks. It's got a really good fuel filter built into it. I put that on top of my VP jugs, and I just went and filled this up with the 85, and I was actually really surprised at how much stuff this thing caught. There was all types of crap in here. I wish I would have taken a picture, but with the lockdown, you know, trying to be as fast as I can when I'm out. So yeah, this is a pretty cool system. I don't really know how safe it is, and it is kind of a pain in the ass, but it definitely ensures that nothing is getting into your fuel. So we're going to test some E85, just the normal tester. This is hopefully some good stuff. So what you do is you fill water up to this line, and then E85 up to this line, and it'll give you a reading. All right, so you start, you fill up water just to the first line. I like to put it on a level surface. Okay, so we got that right. And what I do is I use this thing to suck out some E85. Got E85 in here, that way I can be real precise. Perfect. You don't have to shake it, but I like to give it a little shake. Kind of watch this thing settle out. Not real happy with that. If that's where it's gonna settle, it ain't going in the car, I can tell you that. It's E80, which is probably, most people say, completely fine, but that's gonna go in my truck, and I'm gonna run back out to another gas station. Hopefully I can get something better, but that is no good. All right, so I went to another station, E87. So that's good. E87. The other one was E79. I tested it twice. So that shows you that that's a huge difference from stations that are 1 mile apart from each other. We went from you know, under E80 to E87, almost 88. Okay, so far I have filled up the water tank in the back with fresh water. Got the coolant out of it. There's obviously still going to be a little coolant that cycles through. I'm going to have to reset fuel pressure. I'm guessing with these new pumps, so I'm going to take off the vacuum line once it gets running. And set the base fuel pressure to 55 if it's not there. And before we start it, what I always do is crank it 3 or 4 times just to make sure we got oil through the whole motor. And then we're going to send it. Crank it a couple times here. Crank it one more time, gas and clutch to the floor. sure everything's primed up. All right, let's try to send it here. It's about right. 40, 55 on the dot. So we're good. That means the pumps are making the exact same amount of fuel pressure as the pumps we had in here before. So that's good. I just gotta fix this strip. All right. Man, it feels weird to be driving this car. Braking procedure on these bare brakes is quite a process, so we're going to go at least go get that done. Pedal feel feels really good. I'm actually going to pull up the procedure on my phone. It's crazy getting in this car after, well, I mean, I haven't really driven at all in a month. The first time I drove in 43 days was today. I went out and got gas in my truck to put in this car. And man, just doing a third gear pull just literally takes your breath away how fast the car is. I mean, by the middle of the summer, you know, you're almost numb to how fast it is, and you're wanting more. But man, jumping on it for the first time of the year like that, the thing just puts you in the seat. These tires hooked great. The brakes stopped awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna go home and look at the log. I was just kind of keeping my eye on short-term fuel trends during the pull, and everything looked really good. But the data will tell the story. So let's hope that the fuel pump issue is fixed and everything is good, and we can get on with our lives here and not be stressing about broken stuff until the next thing breaks. So we'll get back home and digest the data. Okay, so I went and grabbed a log. I already looked at it, but I'll kind of walk through it so you guys can see that everything is back to how we want it. So what I'm going to put on here is short-term fuel trim. You can see the blue line is when my foot goes to the floor, and short-term fuel trim stayed right where we were on them, right around 9.0 to 9.5 all the way through the pull. Okay, so the bottom blue line is AFR. You can see 8.0 to 8.2 all the way through the pole, just absolutely perfect. So we are back in business here. All right, guys. So great to get the car back on the road. Really happy that the log looked clean. The pumps are working like they should. The injectors all seem really good. So that was great to get a log in. And I peeked at it. Everything I looked at looked great. I sent it off to Joe at VMP just so I can get a second set of eyes on it. But I think we are in good shape. I think the car is back to full strength. And man, it's just wild to not drive the car for over 6 months, and the first time jumping on it, just how fast it actually feels. You take people for rides in the summer, and you can see their expressions and how fast it is, but you almost get numb to that speed, which is crazy. But man, the first time jumping on it for the year, it's definitely takes your breath away. And this car only makes 850 wheel horsepower. There's a bunch of cars running around that make double that on the street, which is just crazy to me. So the tires worked great. They hooked, got the brakes all seated in. That was quite the process of stopping and following the whole braking procedure from them. Those brakes stopped great. There's a little bit of sway with the bias plies going fast that I noticed, and that's just something I'm going to have to get used to running a bias ply. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be faster on this setup. It's definitely way lighter with this wheel and tire setup. And with the rear seat delete, everything we did this winter with the brakes, the Viking shocks, I'm really excited to get out to the track and definitely make a video of that. But I have a bunch of awesome cars lined up for build breakdowns this summer. I would have already shot a bunch of them, but with lockdown, that has not happened. But stay tuned. Definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those build breakdowns. You don't miss us trying to put this stick shift MT82 car into the 9s this season. And hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you do. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe. Peace.